Hello, this is Jody Sussman. I want to speak to the fact that there is little to no accountability for corrupt attorneys in Southern California. They basically rule the probate court. They fraudulently put my mother into a conservatorship in 2019. She has since passed a year and a half ago, and we are still dealing with these corrupt attorneys. They lied about my mom's physical health, mental health, financial stability. They said that she had $1.3 million worth of loans that were overdue, and the biggest one overdue since 2017. We had a hearing about their fees. The first hearing, they stipulated that everything would be put under submission for the judge to rule on their fees. The judge reduced their collective fees by $250,000. They tried to charge my mom $750,000 for 20 months of their services to so-called protect her. When the judge reduced their fees, they filed an appeal against the stipulation that they signed. Our latest fee hearing was on May 25th, or concluded May 25th. They again have filed an appeal against what they said they would do because the judge reduced their fees this time by $100,000 and the guardian ad litems from $44,000 down to, I think, $8,000. There is this group lies and commits fraud and perjury in the Southern California courts to destroy lives and take over people with wealth. They cost my mom in less than 5 years close to $5 million. They tried to remove her from her home, claiming she needed 24/7 care and her house needed repair. That was a blatant lie. My mom was a general contractor and her house was still under construction. She was remodeling the kitchen and a back room that wasn't even used. My whole point is that there is no accountability. Nothing happens to these unscrupulous attorneys that blatantly lie with no documentation of anything to our courts, and the judge believes everything that comes out of their mouth. We've been called everything from greedy heirs to addicts and all kinds of things just to silence us. To discredit myself being improper, the law office of Eric Becker said that they have already initiated a slander suit against me to discredit my comments to the judge. That was another blatant lie. That was over 2 years ago. There needs to be some sort of accountability. For profit, they are ruining our families. They're overtaking pre-existing trusts. They're rewriting wills. If there's nothing happens to them, we have to spend our own money to defend our family, which is ridiculous because they're using my mother's estate against my mom and us children. And not that we're children, but we are adults fighting for our mother's rights. What they did to my mother devastated her so much, and they are claiming that, she lived in the lap of luxury. They destroyed our family legacy for their own profit. My parents built the American Way Cultural Center in the city of Orange as our family legacy and to honor God. But they had to not just sell her property undervalued, but have it completely demolished. They came after her just for the value of her property. They claimed it was worth $3 million to initiate this. It sold at auction for 16.7. It was worth over 20 million. Please do something, I beg of you. Please hold these people accountable with jail time and restitution to their victims. I thank you for your time. God bless you all.
Thank you, Ms. Sussman, and sorry to hear about the struggles that you and your mother are going through. we'll definitely, we have staff taking notes on these issues, and we'll, reach out to the appropriate parties here. All right, any other members of the public?
We have Jody Sussman, who has raised their hand again.
All right, Ms. Sussman, I think we've given you a chance to address the board. Was there anything briefly that you needed to follow up with us on?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to answer Ms. Wilson's question. Yes, many times these corrupt attorneys are appointed by the courts. My mom's guardian ad litem, David Shaver, was appointed, and he colluded with the law office of Eric Becker. He didn't even meet my mother for 6 months after he was appointed, and said he didn't really need to meet her. He was just going along with what was in her best interest. It was not in her best interest to destroy her life for their self-enrichment. And yes, I sent an email to you that outlines the attorneys involved, the fiduciaries involved, and I have filed a very extensive bar complaint that's working its way up, I guess. People are frustrated. All the victims that I've spoke to have said that they have filed bar complaints that have been sent like form letters. Well, we talked to the attorneys, we found nothing. It's over. We're frustrated, and we're just begging for help. And I do pray that with my case, this might start a precedence that these attorneys are held accountable for lying in court, for committing perjury, for horrible malfeasance. And I do really appreciate your time.
All right, thank you for making time, and thank you for the additional information.